Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Entrepreneur Showcase Series brought to you by Patranya Media LLC and Parkway Media Partners. I'm your host, Patranya Poonswan, and today our guests with me here in the studio are the amazing people behind the success of so many entrepreneurs and small businesses here in Southern Nevada in the Las Vegas Valley. First, we have Clarissa Cota. She is the campus vice president for the North Las Vegas campus for the College of Southern Nevada. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Patranya.
So great to have you. And also we have Mr. Eric Gardner. He's the CSN Interim Director for Small Business and Entrepreneurship Development. Great work you're doing. Thank you so much, Eric.
Good to be here.
You guys have been doing so much and so much great news coming to CSN right now. So we have a lot to talk about. But the first thing that we want to share with people, because this is coming up next week, Tuesday, September 5th, we have a great event at the North Las Vegas campus. So Clarissa, why don't you tell us what's happening?
Absolutely. So we are celebrating the long-awaited Entrepreneurship Center that is sponsored by Blackstone Launchpad. So Tuesday, September 6th, at 11 a.m.
September 5th.
I'm sorry, I messed it up by one day.
It's okay. We have the flyer so people can see.
Tuesday, September 5th at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
We're going to be having the ribbon cutting. And it not only celebrates the physical location of having a space where we can offer entrepreneurship classes for our students, but also the community.
Right.
We're also going to be making a big announcement of a new grant that's a consortium among key partners in the entrepreneurial space.
Yeah.
So we're going to be making a big announcement how it's going to serve community. Up to 9,600 businesses will be helped by this $3 million grant.
Yeah.
So please come hear more about it. I'm happy to talk more about the MBDA grant that we just received as well.
Yeah, that's right. So a lot of great announcements coming up next week. Again, Tuesday, September 5th. And this is at the campus where you're based, right?
Correct.
So that we have multiple campuses of CSN, but this is at the North Las Vegas campus.
Correct. And so I think the entire umbrella of what the College of Southern Nevada is engaged in and working with not only our student entrepreneurs, our faculty who have an entrepreneurial mindset.
Right. And we quite a few of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are
Definitely.
growing in our numbers and beyond disciplines now. We have them in from different areas of the college, but also about community entrepreneurs, because part of a community college's mission is to serve the communities and to empower our communities and students to achieve, succeed, prosper. Yes. So part of that is this entrepreneurship development. Right. So this physical location of a center permeates throughout the entire region because we are serving all of our students and communities throughout the Las Vegas Valley.
Yeah, and I'll bring Eric into the conversation at this point because you work right there in that new entrepreneurship center. I know Channel 8 News, we have some pictures of that. Channel 8 News has come out to cover this when we did kind of the soft launch and getting all the resources out there. Actually, one of my classes, I teach media training once a month in that room. So we have this video clip where some of our entrepreneurs are coming to take part in this Blackstone Launchpad Entrepreneurship Center. So Eric, talk to me about kind of the idea behind it. Clarissa mentioned this is not just about students on campus, but about helping small businesses in the area scale and grow. And that is the goal of Nevada Grow.
Absolutely correct. So when we came to the center, to the workshops that we do in the center, those are for small businesses and student entrepreneurs together. So it's Blackstone Launchpad Entrepreneurship Center. And even with this event that we're having on September 5th, it's going to be the ribbon cutting for the Entrepreneurship Center. Yeah. It's going to be the announcement of the MBDA grant, but it's also going to be an NV Grow Small Business Expo. So you're going to see a few of the businesses that we've helped with NV Grow. So it's very important to find that connection between the student entrepreneurs, the small business owners, and just for our students to understand that there's career mobility and understand the outcomes from having a career or being entrepreneurs and having a small business. So we want them to have all those options.
And just to have that physical space and location on campus, I think dedicated to entrepreneurship is so important, Eric, because as you know, this Southern Nevada has been kind of a hotbed for entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And you've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
Since you started at CSN.
What I've seen is that I know that even the country as a whole is looking at small businesses, and I know that small businesses represent, I can't look at the exact numbers, but I think we're like 96% of in Nevada of our businesses are small businesses.
Small businesses,
If I had the exact numbers, I'd tell you, but I know that a lot of those businesses that start up aren't successful because they don't have the support they need.
Right.
So that's what's good about Envy Grow. Once they start those businesses start to grow. They've reached that mark where they're like second stage businesses. They've been around 2 years. They're making that $50,000. We can help them get to that next level.
Right.
We've helped businesses like, I like New Life Kicks.
Yeah.
That's a great example of a business that was at a stage where they want to get to that next level, and we were able to help them get there.
And we actually have a picture when Channel 8 was interviewing the founder
Yes.
of New Life Kicks, because that's the goal, right? We wanted to make sure we showcase these small businesses and get the word out about what they're doing, because if the community doesn't know that they're out there, that's the tough part too.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing. And Clarissa, what's really great is that this event that we're having next week, September 5th, is not just about this entrepreneurship center that we're opening, but we're getting some big funding coming into the college. We have a picture of you with the undersecretary. So tell us about that, because this process was, long awaited, and we just got the big news not too long ago.
Sure. So, CSN is not doing this alone. We have a wonderful partnership from the ecosystem of entrepreneurship. So that has to do with not only our Nevada Grow and the underlying support by Senator Dina Neal, but that has been created the foundation to be working with the congressional offices who have supported us for this kind of development. Congressman Horsford will be there on Tuesday because he also facilitated the relationship between us and the Blackstone.
Right.
And also, he is very connected to other opportunities, as all of our congressional offices were, with these federal agencies. So let me tell you a little bit about the MBDA.
Yeah.
So we are so proud. We had received a Minority Business Development Agency grant a couple years ago, and it was for 1 year. And we did tremendous work with it. We were able to enhance our services to our small business clients, to start providing things like media and a podcast and a lot of other kinds of wraparound services. But that created the great template on which to now go forward and go at it as a consortium. So CSN, along with Access Capital and the Urban Chamber of Commerce, we put together the Silver State Capital Readiness Program. And it was really exciting that all of the congressional offices in the South wrote us a letter of support. We were awarded one of 43 awards.
And there were, 1,000 applicants,
Yes, there were.
right? So we're one of 43. That is
Nationwide.
huge.
So this really helped put Nevada on the map. The College of Southern Nevada on the map, because they really recognized at a national level through the U.S. Department of Commerce and the MBDA division, from the Undersecretary Cravens.
Right, and you have a picture with you
Yes,
and him.
I
Was
do.
that the day that the announcement was made, or was that when you went out?
Exactly. So we, all 43 awardees were invited to have one representative attend, and we had the opportunity to be in a round table with also the special advisor to the president and the deputy secretary as well, Graves, was there. But what we heard at a national level is that our national government has been working on this for 20 years. They've been working on this particular program because they've recognized that business owners, and particularly minority business owners coming from, underserved populations, really need additional support services. And so everything that Eric had just described, that what we've been providing, was just what they were looking for. And I can tell you, and I can bring home the good news, that we were specifically complimented that we were one of the best applicants, and they're keeping an eye on us. So the goal out of this $3 million grant for 4 years, working with our partners, is to have up to 9,600 businesses served. So we're just really pleased with this additional recognition. But again, it is because we are reaching out, our partners are helping us, we are of assistance to them, and our interest in the ecosystem, as we always go in, we are not interested in duplicating services for the benefit of our community. We are interested in working together to leverage each other's lane that we're all in.
And that's what's so exciting, Eric, about what Clarissa is saying, that this award is really not just for CSN, right? It's really for the entire community. And talk to me about some of your experiences working working with some of these small businesses that may have seen these challenges in the beginning. And because of the way that we have stepped in, CSN, Nevada Grow, they've really been able to scale themselves and be really successful.
What I like is when I see the feedback that the businesses have after they've worked with one of our counselors.
Yeah.
So we have 2 excellent counselors right now that really work closely with these businesses. They are mentoring these businesses and holding their hand and walking them through getting to that next level. Questions they may have, services they may need, they're there to answer those questions. But we also have a network of independent contractors that are all vetted, and they work with our team to provide services like web assistance, to provide like marketing assistance, accounting assistance. There's all types of services that we provide for free. I saw one client that had paid $2,000 for a business plan.
Wow.
It was nothing but something off the shelf, wasn't good for them at all.
Yeah.
Our counselors looked at that plan, reformatted it for them, and now they can take that same plan and go to SBA and apply for a loan.
Yeah.
They can also follow that plan as a template to help to take their business forward.
Yeah.
So.
And what's great, because a lot of these businesses sometimes are the cultural barriers or language barriers. And what's great about Nevada Grow is you're able to bring in these counselors who speak different languages, right? And that makes a big difference.
At the present time, we have 8 different languages that are spoken by our members of our team.
Yeah.
And we're always able to bring on someone. If we're missing a language, we can bring on someone to help. So we have that. And that's what I think makes us unique.
Yeah. And Clarissa, I'm sure you'll be talking about this at our event next week too, is the impact that CSN has been having small businesses. It's just really amazing, right? And I think this award that we're getting proves that we're doing the work that's needed here in this community.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're being recognized nationally now. And it is for a reason. That just doesn't happen. It's been the leadership of CSN that has been supporting the direction that we're heading. But it's also about how mission aligned this is with what community colleges do, specifically CSN for the community. Because we are looking at how do we reach into the communities, how do we raise communities up, and be very cognizant of who our communities are.
Yeah.
And so if these grants and these funding sources can help minority-owned businesses, these are the families that are supporting the very students that we are teaching every single day. And so if we can help to kind of create avenues for not only our student entrepreneurs, but also the community entrepreneurs, that's going to help the economic development of the entire region.
Yeah.
So that is where community colleges can really come in. And we're just really proud to see what we're doing. And it is being recognized nationally. Recently, we received an award from an organization that's called the NACE, which is the National Association for Community College Entrepreneurship.
Oh, wow.
But they're recognizing that we have a very unique model that has been cultivated over 8 years, 10 years in the making of how we are offering very unique services and approach on working with our clients. And it's really recognizing who they are. I think you just mentioned the fact that we can offer our programs in multiple languages.
Right.
When we help a particular business client, many times they become our own counselors and, and mentors to the next. And that way, that gives hope and motivation to those that come after them to see like individuals succeeding.
Yeah. And we've seen those stats, Eric, where, you know, a lot of these businesses first year, they don't succeed because they don't have the resources, the advice, the help, the support. And that's what we're there for. And so talk to us about, if businesses are listening to this right now, or people who want to start their own businesses, what do they have to do? How are they eligible to be part of the Nevada Grow family?
So most of the time now we're helping businesses based at NV Grow. It's based on being in business for 2 years, based in Nevada, and grossing at least $50,000.
Okay.
But if you call in, if you go to our intake form and fill it out, if we can't help you because you're a startup, we work with SPDC, we work with SCORE, we work with a lot of other agencies that can give you assistance. And with our new incubator and our accelerator, there may be ways that we'll be able to assist you once this MBDA program starts. To be honest, I think that when Senator Neal first envisioned back in 2015 this program based on economic gardening, a program that's wants to provide businesses with the data that they need to grow, geographic information system data and information like that, that program came to fruition and kind of grew out and developed what we have now as small business and entrepreneurship development. Everything at the college is under that umbrella. So we have the TEAP program where we're working with Clark County. We worked on Project Sandy for our InVenture Fund. We gave direct funding around $650,000 to small businesses and direct funding. And now we're going to be working with the city of Henderson on a project and a grant. We're also going to be working with, of course, MBDA.
Sure.
So we're just growing.
And City of Las Vegas, too.
Oh,
the
yeah.
YES program.
Yes, I'm sorry.
That's right.
I didn't mention
and
YES program.
That event just happened August 5th, right? Helping young students just take this dream and just start going with it.
Students between the ages of 16 and 27 can qualify for this program.
Yeah.
We're going to be helping about 30, and they don't have to be students. They can just be young people in the community. 30 different groups. So it can be 30 groups, not just individuals.
Right.
They come together, they make a business plan. It's going to be about 6 weeks of classes. They're going to learn about starting their business. They're going to receive from the city of Las Vegas their license, their city license, their state license.
That's really exciting. And this is a brand new thing that's happening.
It
right?
is. And it's also in a partnership with Blackstone Launchpad, CSN, and also UNLV Blackstone Launchpad and the city of Las Vegas.
Yeah, and Blackstone Launchpad, Clarissa, people are not familiar. Talk to us about that collaboration and why it's so important to have this kind of network.
So we're very fortunate to have been selected by the Blackstone Charitable Trust.
Yeah.
They have an initiative that's called Launchpad. And as part of that initiative, they are supporting entrepreneurship development centers on college campuses. So they really recognize there's about 50 institutions. Most are Research One universities. We're only one of maybe 5 community colleges that are part of this 50.
So this is really rare for us to have.
It's very rare,
this. Yeah.
but they saw what we were doing.
Yeah.
And they recognized the impact we were making and the inroads we were making to resonate with minority communities.
Yeah.
And so they recognize what we're doing. We work with UNLV. They're also a recognized Blackstone Launchpad part of the network. But we run in different lanes.
Yeah.
And so our approaches are different, but we work together, and they'll be there to help us celebrate our ribbon cutting
That's
as
so
we
exciting.
were at their ribbon cutting at the Howard Hughes.
Yeah.
But really being able to work with such a reputable foundation allows us to not only have some funding that allows us to do this kind of programming, but we look forward to a long partnership with them going into the future, because we're just getting going. This is our first round. We learn a lot from the other directors across the country. And then we're also helping them with working with those 50 institutions, recognizing the uniqueness of those institutions. There are institutions that are HBCUs, for example, and so they have formed a network within that. We're considered a Hispanic serving institution, which is considered HSIs.
Right.
So within those 50, CSN was selected as the lead to help kind of form a network within the network, because when you're a Hispanic serving institution or a minority serving institution by the federal government, there's already a population of students that you're serving. So there's uniqueness about how you can approach it. So that's a lot about our relationship with them. And they're going to be there. They're flying in from New York.
That's awesome.
And they'll be there on Tuesday.
And just walking around campus of CSN, even just the North Las Vegas campus, we're seeing the diversity. You know, new students are coming in this past couple of weeks coming in. So what advice, Eric, do you have for not just student entrepreneurs, but people in the community who want to come and take part of this and be part of this and like, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I can do this. You've seen the process. What do you want to tell them?
So for student entrepreneurs, remember, career mobility outcomes is important. Know that you want to have a career. That's great. That's why you come to college, to get ready for your career. But also consider entrepreneurship. We want to open their minds and expand their minds and make them think about entrepreneurship as well. So both of those things go hand in hand. And for small business owners, you may be at a level where you're starting to plateau. You're starting to stagnate. We want to get you to that next level. We may show you ways to get to levels you never thought of before to improve your business.
Right.
So.
And you have mentors within the organization. You have a podcast, the BID podcast with Nevada Grow, where people can come and showcase their small business. That's just one route that people can do that, right?
Powered by Blackstone Launchpad. The BID podcast is for student entrepreneurs and, of course, for small business owners, providing them that knowledge that they need to learn more.
It's great. And, you know, Clarissa, I mean, it's great that we have all this and we have the funding, we have the space, but if people don't know about it, that's not going to work, right? And so our goal, starting with this event, especially next week, is to really get the word out that we're out there to help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think under Eric's leadership, there's been a great team that has been cultivated to support this umbrella of entrepreneurship services.
Yeah.
And so I think the way that that team is cultivated, supported, they become ambassadors for our programs.
Right.
Everyone who is part of our team has the business acumen.
Yeah.
They are experts in their area. They bring with them a particular affinity to their communities, and they are willing to pitch in, do the extra work, give back to their own communities.
Right.
And so we cultivate that. We celebrate that. We have very fun events. We have mixers. We want to add to our network. So I think that this model has really just, you can see the success that it's having, but it's really just having an open door, open to partnership, and then bringing everyone together, allowing them to pursue in an entrepreneurial way, what is your area of expertise? So as far as getting the word out, we really lean on our team to, of course, do all of the standard marketing and advertising, but it's really about that relational side.
Yeah.
Go out in your community, join those nonprofit boards, all that volunteerism that you do, even in your own business. If you are pleased with the services that you've received, then please, then they're promoting again and they can recruit. So that's how we see growth.
And also word of mouth. So when student entrepreneurs, for example, our students won in 2022 the Blackstone Launchpad pitch competition. They won $20,000. So we beat out many major institutions and won that award. Students around campus heard about that, and we had a lot of people who wanted to be part of the program, not just to win the money, which is always great, but to understand how they can take their business and get their business started at the college and understand entrepreneurship. So that was great.
Yeah, I mean, the great things going on with this campus. I'm so excited for all of you. And let's bring up the poster one more time as we wrap up this conversation and trying to get people to come out to this event as much as possible. So again, the Entrepreneurship Center, Blackstone Launchpad, happening at CSN North Las Vegas campus next Tuesday, September 5th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'll have Congressman Horsford there, right? Dean O'Neill, State Senator. We'll have people from Blackstone Launchpad, Urban Chamber of Commerce, City of Las Vegas, Henderson, everyone.
Yes.
People are coming out. This is going to be a great event. Also, this Business Expo, if people want to be part of this, they can contact the college to come out, and you both will be there, and just for this big celebration. So congratulations again to all the great things that are happening.
Thank you
Thanks
so much
for
having
being here.
us.
This is so great.
Can't
wait for next week. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching and listening to this episode of Entrepreneurship Showcase Series, and we'll see you again next time.